A lot of people are also watching the balance of power in the U.S. Senate and here in Michigan, the seat being vacated by Democrat Debbie Stabenow. Here are the results we have right now. There we go. With 18%, though, still not very many totals here in Michigan. Mike Rogers has the edge, 50% over Alyssa Slotkin's 47%. But again, that's with 18% of the votes counted. And we have two crews following the U.S. Senate race tonight. 13 on your side's Julia Gorman is with the Democrats in Detroit, and she continues our live coverage from there right now with Alyssa Slotkin. Julia.
Julia, we knew this was going to be a tight race, and as you just mentioned, I mean, we are still waiting for so many votes to come in, and yet this race is so close. I've been refreshing and refreshing just in the last 10-15 minutes, and they are just neck and neck, and we keep getting teased here at the Alyssa Slotkin watch party. They keep kind of flashing the lights, changing the music. Everyone kind of screams and gets excited. We still have not heard from Alyssa Slotkin yet tonight. We're hopeful that could be very soon, but we've heard from several other major key players. We've heard from U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg riling up the crowd with how incredible this campaign has been. We have heard from longtime Senator Gary Peters talking about how incredible it could be to elect Alyssa Slotkin in place of his longtime partner, Senator Debbie Stabenow. She is here tonight. We know. We also heard from her. Take a little bit of a listen into what she had to say.
I'm very honored to have had the opportunity to serve you in the United States Senate. And so I want to first say thank you. It's been my honor to get up every day and suit up and be able to go and fight for you. It is now my honor and excitement to know I'm going to be passing the torch to somebody who loves Michigan as much as I do and is going to make sure that we continue the 1-2 punch for Michigan. Alyssa Slotkin is going to be a great United States Senator, right? There's no question about it. And I know that she has worked her heart out on this campaign. And I know that all of you have worked so hard. I am so proud of Michigan.
Yeah, and we are just, of course, again, we are waiting to hear from Alyssa Slotkin. As Juliet mentioned just a couple of moments ago, we are still waiting for so many votes in this race, and it is truly neck and neck. No exaggeration there, with just the votes continuing to jump little by little, but we are still waiting for so many votes. We've also heard from the Lieutenant Governor, who is just so excited for this race. He's so excited to see what could happen with the presidency. He's so excited for this U.S. Senate race, and then just down the ticket on the Democratic side. So a lot still to be desired here at the Alyssa Slotkin race. We are waiting for her to speak. Hopefully that will be soon. We will, of course, hopefully bring that to you live if we are able. But again, this race still neck and neck for that very competitive, ever-contingent U.S. Senate spot here in Michigan. Juliet, back to you.
All right, Mike Rogers and other state Republicans are gathered in the Detroit suburb of Novi tonight. 13 on your side's Lauren Baker has been there all night speaking to supporters. She joins us now live with an update on what's going on there.
Yeah, Julia, supporters have been really energetic today. They believe and they're confident that not only will Mike Rogers walk away with win, but also former President Donald Trump. Every time the results have came in, you can kind of hear this crowd behind me cheering, but of course, all their eyes are on Michigan. Michigan GOP Chairman Pete Hoekstra spoke earlier about how close this race is and how it's far from over. Right now, Alyssa Slotkin and Mike Rogers are neck and neck, like you just mentioned, both carrying about 50% of the vote. Mike Rogers actually spoke today. He talks to the crowd about how tight this race is, and it will come down to the end. Hoekstra says he's not surprised at all how tight this race is, and he thinks they're going to walk away with a win.
It's just a confirmation what we've seen all along. 2 months ago, Slotkin was supposedly ahead by 7 or 8. Mike's run a great campaign. He's closed that gap. I'm not even sure there's a gap anymore, and it's going to be a nail biter.
And of course, one of the big questions with this election is, will people accept the results at the end of the day? We actually talked to Hoekstra and some supporters about that, and they all had the same consensus that no matter how things end at the end of the day for all these races, they're going to accept the results, but they're hoping that that is going to go in their favor. Reporting live in Novi for 13 on Your Side, I'm Lauren Baker.
Let's go back now to political reporter Josh Albertus with a look at the U.S. Senate race.
Yeah, so it's interesting where we're getting these votes from. We're getting the overall total so far. AP is still updating these as they come in. You just saw it change right there, right in front of you. 29% of the estimated votes counted Mike Rogers slightly ahead of Alyssa Slotkin statewide. But it's interesting where you look at where the numbers are coming from. If you look in this, both on the presidential level and on the Senate level, a big pot of the votes are coming from Oakland County, right outside of Detroit's Wayne County. That's where a lot of the votes are coming from. But when you look at it, it's an interesting dynamic there, because when you look at the Senate race, more people in this Senate race, according to these totals, are voting for Mike Rogers than if we switch it back over to the presidential race. We just got updated numbers there, 310 to 240,000 in the Senate race, but in the presidential race, 293,000 to 242,000. So it indicates to you somewhat there. Alyssa Slotkin is running a little bit further ahead on the raw vote totals than Kamala Harris is in a place like Oakland County. So it kind of gives an indication there that a lot of people are marking certain parts of their ballot, perhaps for Alyssa Slotkin, but not so much for Vice President Kamala Harris. And in a key swing state like this, where we are still seeing to wait how this state gets called, how close we know it to be, that small percentage could make all the difference in the end. So we're going to wait and continue to see how that plays out, and how Kent County in particular, we're seeing those votes come in as well. Not so many right now as Oakland County, but seeing how that shapes up as well. But for now, Alyssa Slotkin and Vice President Kamala Harris holding their lead here in all important Kent County. And we'll continue to update you as the numbers continue to come in. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Juliet.